Welcome back to our Stony Creek journey. I hope you had a lovely Christmas and New Year with your family and friends. For those that are new to our channel, my name's Tania, my husband's name is Robert, and we have a little farm in New South Wales of Australia on the southeast coast. And I just wanted to pop up a few things that we've done over the Christmas New Year period. Our son Matt came to stay, we did some drenching, we fixed up the beehive, we got a new hive, and some bits and pieces. And I'm currently just, I'll show you what I'm doing, but I'm potting some of the snow peas I've pulled out and keeping those seeds for next year. So I'll show you those and pop up the things that we've been doing. So thanks for watching. So here's all the snow peas that I've pulled down, and they're all dried, and I'm just shelling them all and collecting all the peas so that we'll be able to pop those for next year. I've already got a small bucket of them, so I'll keep going and shell all those. Ideally you should let them dry on the vines, but I actually needed the garden, so most of them are dry, but some of these that aren't dry, I'll just let them dry in the bucket. And I've got some peas that I've been popping in the garden just for like a bit of a cover crop. So I'll continue doing that, and I'll show you what we've been doing over the last 2 weeks. Welcome back to our Stony Creek journey. We're getting the sheep in. We've got Matt up here staying, and we're going to drench the sheep today and delouse them. Cows are very inquisitive and watching what we're doing. So we're getting them into the race, and then we'll start drenching. Robert hurt his finger, so Matt and I are drenchers. Alright, the first lot have had their drench, and now they're getting a little bit of a shower because they have been a little bit itchy, so just a precaution, we're going to just delouse them as well, just in case. So give them a bit of a shower. And the cows are very inquisitive about what's going on. There's a big pile of wood here that we're going to get rid of in the next couple of days and chop up for firewood. Some of it's rubbish, but some of it might be useful. Hello, girls. Hello. Spells has had enough. And Millie is grizzling in the side-by-side. We left her at home, but she came running down the back. The one with the pink spot, that's a wether. We actually processed our first wether the other day on the farm, Robert and I, and that worked well. Hence why we're giving her a little bit of a worm, because he didn't have a high worm burden, but he had a couple of little ones in his large intestine, so that we thought we'd give them all a bit of a worm. Got to thoroughly wet them so it gets through the wool. It's a bit tricky. It's been a nice morning shower. Then we'll let them go and grab another four. Alright, Matt's first go at drenching.
You go full speed hard.
2 squirts. Bit of morning tea medicine. These ones are waiting in the wings. We've got Ramsey at the back there, our big man. And hopefully he's made some lambs.
Alright, so now we have bought a new hive box for the bee swarm. because last time we checked, they had done this exact same thing, and they've done it again. They've made comb all in the roof and all on top of the hive here.
Yep.
So that tells us...
This is just a temporary box anyway.
Yep.
Because we wanted to get a new box.
Okay.
Everywhere was shut, so we couldn't. So we've had to put them in here for the moment. And we're just going to assemble a new box and put these frames in the bottom box and put a honey super on top.
Yeah.
Because they've been very busy.
Clearly need more space.
Yep.
So today is January the 1st, 2023. Happy New Year. So two days ago, our little chicks hatched. So we've ended up with, I think we've got 13 in there, and one that we're hoping is going to survive. So out of the whole bunch, unfortunately 2 of the cream leg bars didn't hatch, they weren't fertilised, and a couple of the black copper morans didn't. But we've got these little brown ones here that are cross cream leg bars, so hopefully they'll produce some blue eggs. And then a lot of the crosses, which are Moran Australorp crosses, and we think that's them there with the white. But we've also got a couple of black copper morans in there. I'm not actually sure which ones they are. Look at them, they're so cute. They just started to jump up on top. But this little yellow one over here, that's from our orchard. So that's a baby from Roger. So we put 4 eggs of our orchard in, and only one, when we candled them, looked like it was fertile or fertilised, and that's the result. So we've got one little yellow chick amongst all the other little blacks and 2 browns, and this one is so cute. It's like a little brown colour one. So yeah, they've been in the brooder. We put them in the brooder yesterday under the little hot plate, and we'll keep them in here for 5 to 7 days, and then we'll pop them out in the garage because it's nice and warm here. It'll be fine to put them out in the garage, as opposed to when we incubated in the winter. We had to have heaters on them, so this is so much nicer. It's already 25 degrees in the sunroom, and under the hot plate it'll be about 33. So they just go in and out, and I'm just starting to put some more wood shavings in there, and they drink their water and eat their food. So yes, very excited. And what we're doing is we're setting up the incubator again, and we're going to put some eggs from the chicken caravan in to see if Tom and Jerry are doing their rooster magic. So we'll pop those in and candle those at 7 days and see if we're going to have any chicks from the caravan boys, because I'd like to start selling some chickens, you know, point to lay pullets. So you have to think sort of 5 months ahead. So we'll start doing that over the next month and see what we get. So we'll take you along and show you what we're doing in that regard. So yes, I do spend a bit of time watching the chicks. They're so cute. Those little ones, those little brown ones, are like little chipmunks. They've got these stripes down them, which is a cream leg bar trait. Alright. So they're all out now having a nice feed, because it's quite warm in here now. And this little miracle one here, this little tiny one, she's the one that nearly didn't get out of the egg, and we assisted, which is not recommended, but it was obvious that if we didn't remove some of the shell, she wasn't going to get out. I hope it's a she, could be a he. And we dried her with the hairdryer. Robert put her on a wheat bag, and then we put her under the little heat pad last night and thought, well, we'll see what happens. And in the morning, I can't believe it, but she's still here. So we're calling her Little Miracle. And she's running around now, which is amazing. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, they're all out now. And this little one is really unsteady. It's like she's got something wrong with one side of her body, and she sleeps a lot, so whether or not she'll pull through. But let's hope, with lots of warmth, food, water, and lots of chatting and talking to them. loving them, they'll all come along. So I'm down in the corn patch, and I had a thought this morning. The corn's growing so well, and it's even got some tassels on it. But we've got the little corn at the back that we've had covered because the birds did get to them, but I want to uncover it because I want it to get more sun. So I'm going to make a scarecrow. So Robert's helped me put these poles together. I've got an old shirt, and I'm going to go and get some of the grass clippings from over here. I've got a hat. See if I can make a scarecrow to pop on the post, and then I can take this covering off. I'll just give them a bit of a water because it's going to be a warm day today, and see if that will stop the birds coming, because we've got cockies here and galahs that have been circling. I'm amazed they haven't got any of my sunflowers yet, but alright, so I'm going to go and have a go. I'll show you the end result. Could be quite laughable. May work, may not, but we'll have a go. So this is Scarecrow so far. It's got a bit of a lean on her shirt. Robert thinks she needs some pants, so he's just going to go and find a pair of pants that don't fit, so we'll keep stuffing. And maybe I need to make some eyes, because that's what might scare the birds off. Alright, we'll keep working on it. So each morning I give both the chicken caravan and the chickens in the orchard fermented grains, and I've got 2 buckets here, and every 3 days I make a new bucket. So this has got a mix of oats, wheat, barley and some scratch in it, and I cover it with water and I ferment it, and then I take a little bucket load to the chickens and they absolutely love it. Why do we give fermented grains? It's supposed to be really good for their gut, but also it's supposed to help the feed go a little bit further, and they get layer pellets, so it's nice to just give them something else. I'm just going through the gate. So at the moment the chicken caravan's way down the end here, but today we're gonna move the chicken caravan to probably here. Oh, good morning, boys. Hello. They mustn't have had their morning feed. And Millie's barking. That's the neighbours you can hear. So yeah, we'll head down to the caravan. We have got one of these little speckled chickens keeps getting out, Miss Speckle. And I do worry that the fox is going to get her, but we've got the fox lights down here, and so far we've been very, very lucky. Good morning, everybody. And now, most importantly, turn off the electric fence. Yes, good morning. And try and gracefully get over the fence without falling, which has happened several times. So far, they're all still in here. We've got our 2 big roosters, Tom and Jerry, and 2 speckles, and lots of whites and lots of greys. So we'll start. They just normally, without trying to cover them with the feed, come along. Not much grass in this area. We've had a day of rain yesterday in the afternoon, which was fantastic, because it has been quite dry. Alright, so there they are. They just love their grains in the morning. And then we'll move the caravan and come and see what's happening in here. Oh, 1 egg and somebody sitting in there already. Alright, yeah, it looks all good. I'm not sure if I can do this one-handed, but generally just got to put this up. See if I can move it one-handed. That's a no. I'll have to stop the camera. There we go, all done. Put the ramp back down again so the can jump up. And we need to fill up the layer pellets today because it's really empty. Make sure it's on even ground. We'll change that a bit. But you can see all the overnight poo. And yesterday I put some oyster shells in here for them, just a little bit of extra grit, and it looks like they've eaten it all, which is great. So yeah, hence why we move it every day, so that we can give some good fertilisation to the ground. Right, they're all enjoying their grains. And the pigs are still waiting for food. I'll show you the some other bits and pieces that's been happening. Look how big these pigs have got. This may be one of the last times you see the pigs, because we will be processing them in a couple of weeks' time, and then we're going to give this block a bit of a rest, probably 2 or 3 months, until we get some more pigs. But they've grown so much. Having a wee rest in their little shelter. Where's their little... But we certainly have enjoyed having them. I'm in the berry patch and I wanted to show you these amazing sunflowers. And I still can't believe that the galahs and cockies haven't got to our raspberries, but these sunflowers are so massive. The head of this one here is so big. He's starting, look how big he is compared to my hand. He's massive. And they're so beautiful, and there's a nice big one up there. So I'm sure the chooks will enjoy some beautiful sunflowers once the seeds are all ripe. But they look gorgeous. Look gorgeous. So we're getting quite a few of these lovely yellow raspberries, which are really tasty. They look bizarre, but oh, there's a raspberry down here starting to... This was supposed to be my autumn ones, but maybe that one is not. Oh, come through here. Still got lots of strawberries. Have to pick those because... Oh, that's one I picked yesterday that I left. And I've got the blackberries here that are starting to fruit up as well. So it'll be interesting to see what they look like when they're done. But yesterday we picked our first peach in the orchard. I'll go and show you. So here is our peach tree. Yesterday I was out in the garden and I saw one of the little australops that were out here jump up and pull a peach off. So it was a low-lying peach and it was on the ground and it looked very juicy, and I thought, wow, I think some are ready. So I came and just gently twisted to see if any were going to fall off, and 3 did, and we had them and they're delicious. So I just need to make a note of coming out every day and taking off. These ones here look like they're ready, but the chickens are certainly enjoying. So there's a few here that look like they won't be too far away. So it is by far the best peach tree that we've got. We've got this little funky tree here, and the peaches, they look a different type. And then that one over there, which is the biggest tree, but not very good peaches in it, which are there. And they've got sort of this, there's a bug in them. So what to do with that? I'll probably give it a really good prune in winter and see what comes of it. But very happy with what we're getting on this tree, and they're delicious. We're just in the australop pen, giving them some grains. Unfortunately, just before New Year, I'm trying to think what day it was, we lost one of our little splash australops. So now we've got 2. We had 3. She was looking sick, sort of just after Christmas, and I thought she was coming good. I gave her some worming and to see if that was what the issue was, but yeah, it was New Year's Eve day I came out, and she was no longer with us. So now we've got 2 splashes, 2 of the blues and 3 of the black hens. And then we've got Alan, I've called him. But he actually got a bit of a limp over that time too. And I thought, oh gee, what's happening here? But he looks like he's come good. So we've still got the grey rooster as well, which is that one there. And then 2 other black roosters that were sort of, Alan's the heir, and 2 other grey blacks that the spares, just in case. So we'll have to make a decision on what we're going to do there. But they're growing beautifully. But yeah, I'm so happy that Alan is no longer limping. But it was sad to lose one of our little splashes. Life on the farm. Right, we're just going to set up the new netting for the chicken caravan. We'll probably set the netting up today and move the van tomorrow so they can come into all this greenery, because where they've got, there's not much in there. So I've just picked up the net. It's very handy having 2 nets because we can set one up and put it out and then move everybody into it. So we just pop it out like this, how we think it's going to go. And do a bit of an estimate circle and then come back in and set it up. There's always an audience. They're waiting for their new ground. They get very excited when it's time to move. So now we just pop the stakes in. And they've got their, just making sure their little feet are poking the right way. Pop them in. And then we just have to adjust it a little bit to make sure it's touching the ground so no people, foxes, critters can get in. And hopefully they can't get out, but as I said, a couple are flying out. But this will be their next break that we'll move them in tomorrow. Easy done. So I didn't get back to show you the scarecrow once we put some pants on him, and it had rained yesterday, so he's looking a little bit floppy. I think he's a he now, he's got pants on, and he's looking a little bit barrel-chested, but his hat has stayed on, and I have got a bag that I might adjust his head, but every time I look out the window I think someone's in the garden. But hopefully he's doing a good job. He looks cool, doesn't he, Robert?
It does, yep. My pants.
Harry High Pants. Yeah, I was going to call him Maury, but he could be Harry High Pants, couldn't he? Yeah. But the corn's growing well, and it will have enjoyed some lovely rain, and everything's looking a little bit happier this morning. So until next time, have a great week.